Hello, this is Anviti. Welcome to the news with NDTV. It's Friday, May 30th. And coming up in today's episode, Kamal Haasan refuses to apologise for Tamil-Kannada remark despite movie ban threats. All three accused convicted in 2022 Ankita Bhandari Murder Case. India to present evidence against Pakistan at FATF and push for grey listing over terror funding. And Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif acknowledges Indian BrahMos striked Pakistan during Operation Sindhu. Actor and politician Kamal Haasan will not apologise for his Kannada language born out of Tamil remark. Speaking on Friday, the Makkal Nidi Mayam leader, or MNM, stood by his words, stating, and I quote, "I've been threatened before, but love will always triumph. My love for Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala is true. Only those with an agenda would suspect otherwise." Unquote. Haasan, who is expected to enter Rajya Sabha with support from Tamil-Nadu's DMK, added, and I'm quoting, "This is a democracy and I believe in law and justice." He said he would only have apologized had he felt his statement was incorrect, which he clearly doesn't. The controversy began during the promotion of his upcoming film Thug Life, where Haasan addressed the audience with a Tamil phrase which meant "my life and my family is Tamil," referring to Kannada actor Shivaraj Kumar, who was present at the dais. Haasan said, "This is my family in that place. Your language, Kannada, was born out of Tamil, so you too are included." The comment drew criticism from several political figures in Karnataka, from BJP and other parties. BJP State President B.S. Yedurappa accused Haasan of insulting the Kannada language, calling the comment uncultured behavior and urging artists to show support for all languages. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also weighed in, though in a more sarcastic tone. Quote, "Kannada has a long-standing history. Poor Kamal Haasan, he's unaware of it." Meanwhile, pro-Kannada organization Karnataka Rakshana Vedike filed a police complaint and held protests in cities including Belagavi and Mysuru. As the backlash grew, Haasan issued a clarification saying, "What I said was said out of love, and a lot of historians have taught me language history. I did not mean anything. Politicians are not qualified to talk about language, including me." Despite the clarification, some Kannada groups have demanded a ban on his new film, which is set to release on June 5th. A court in Uttarakhand has found all three accused guilty in the high-profile 2022 murder case of 19-year-old receptionist Ankita Bhandari. The verdict was delivered on Friday by Additional District and Sessions Judge Reena Negi and the Kodwar Court. Pulkit Arya, the owner of the Vanantra resort near Rishikesh, who is also the son of a BJP leader, along with two of his staff, Saurabh Bhaskar and Ankit Gupta, have been convicted of Ankita's murder, which took place in September of 2022. Ankita was reported missing on 18th of September that year. Her body was discovered 6 days later in a canal in Pauri district. Investigators revealed that she had been pushed into the canal after a dispute with Pulkit Arya, who is son of now expelled BJP leader Vinod Arya. According to the prosecution, the argument escalated and the three men, Pulkit and his two employees, forced her into the water. The case sparked public outrage across the state with demands for swift justice. The three accused were arrested soon after her body was recovered and have remained in custody since. The investigation was led by a Special Investigation Team, or SIT, which submitted a detailed 500-page charge sheet to the court. The trial began on 30th of January 2023 and the prosecution formally started presenting its evidence in late March of that same year. Over the course of the trial, the court examined 47 witnesses, including police officials, forensics experts, and other connected to the case. Final arguments from both sides were heard earlier this month on 19th of May. Judge Reena Negi delivered the ruling on today, convicting all three under relevant sections of the Indian Penal Code. Sentencing is now expected to follow shortly. Ankita Bhandari's murder had triggered widespread protests and debates over women's safety in the state and also created a political storm. The case had drawn further attention due to Pulkit Arya's political connections As his father was a BJP leader at the time of the incident, however, the party expelled him due to the controversy. Authorities have also demolished parts of the Vanantra resort shortly after the incident, citing illegal construction. The court will now determine what sentence to give to the three men who have now been convicted of killing Ankita Bhandari. India is set to present fresh evidence on Pakistan's alleged involvement in terror financing in the upcoming Financial Action Task Force or FATF meeting, aiming to push for Islamabad's return to the watchdog's grey list, official sources have confirmed. The documents reportedly highlight Pakistan's continued financial and logistical support to terrorist groups operating across the border in violation of international norms. This comes amid heightened tensions between the two countries following the deadly Pahalgam terror attack in April, which claimed 26 lives, and India's retaliation, Operation Sindoor, which, with precision strikes, hit 9 terror bases in Pakistan. Sources pointed to Pakistan's defense spending approximately 18% of its national budget as a red flag. This figure, they argue, far exceeds that of other conflict-hit nations where defense allocations typically range between 10 to 14%. Despite receiving assistance from the International Monetary Fund, Pakistan has increased arms imports by 20% between 1980 and 2023. India believes this demonstrates misuse of IMF funds meant for economic stability. Quote, Pakistan's rising debt, coupled with increased defense expenditure, suggests the country is not relying on domestic revenue, but on external loans, unquote, the official said. Pakistan was first placed on FATF's grey list in June 2018 due to deficiencies in countering money laundering and terror financing. Although it made some progress under a 34-point action plan, it was only removed from the list in October 2022 after an FATF on-site visit. India, however, maintains that Pakistan's actions remain insufficient. Responding to the previous delisting, India had urged Islamabad to continue credible action against terrorism. Calls to relist Pakistan have also come from within India's political spectrum. All India Majlis-e-Ittehad Muslimin MP or AIMIM MP Asaduddin Owaisi, part of an all-party delegation abroad to spread India's anti-terror message, said in Riyadh that Pakistan must be brought back to the grey list and accused it of harboring and training terror camps. Meanwhile, India has raised concerns with the IMF over its continued disbursement of funds to Pakistan, especially in light of recent cross-border hostilities. The IMF recently approved a $1 billion disbursement under its extended fund facility, defending the move by stating that Pakistan had met its reform targets. India has since suspended the Indus Water Treaty and demanded verifiable action from Pakistan against cross-border terrorism. Though both nations agreed to a ceasefire on May 10th, India has accused Pakistan of violating it within hours. In a rare public admission, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif confirmed that Indian ballistic missiles, especially BrahMos, struck multiple targets across Pakistan during the night of May 9th and 10th, catching the Pakistani military by surprise. Speaking at a conference in Azerbaijan, Mr. Sharif revealed that Pakistan's armed forces had planned a retaliatory strike against India at 4:30 a.m. just after the Fajr prayers. However, India launched its BrahMos missiles hours earlier, hitting key locations, including an airport in Rawalpindi. He said, and I'm quoting, before that hour even arrived, India again launched a missile attack using BrahMos and hit various provinces of Pakistan, including Rawalpindi, an airport in Rawalpindi, end quote. The Indian operation known as Operation Sindoor was a targeted attack on terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. It was launched in response to the terrible Pahalgam terror attack on April 22nd, which killed 26 Indians. Earlier this month, Sharif also confirmed that one of the missiles struck Noor Khan Air Base near Islamabad. He recounted receiving a call at around 2:30 a.m. from the Chief of Army Staff, General Syed Asim Munir, informing him about the missile attack. According to Indian government sources, the strike successfully eliminated approximately 100 terrorist links to Terror groups including Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Toiba, and Hizbul Mujahideen targets were hit across 4 sites in Pakistan: Bahawalpur, Muridke, Sharjah, and Mehmoon-e-Joya, and 5 locations in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Following the Indian strikes, Pakistan retaliated by launching drone attacks on civilian areas in India. India responded with targeted attacks on Pakistani military sites, including radar installations, command center, and ammunition depots in cities such as Rafiki, Chakla, Rahim Yar Khan, Sukur, and Sialkot. On May 10th, both nations agreed to cease all firing on land, air, and sea. However, Pakistan violated that ceasefire within hours. Despite this, India has maintained that the ceasefire will continue indefinitely. In recent statements, Sharif said Pakistan is willing to engage in talks with India on issues like Kashmir, water sharing, and trade. However, India insists that dialogue can only resume if Pakistan ends support for cross-border terrorism. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said this week, terrorism and talks cannot go together. Talks on Jammu and Kashmir will be held only after Pakistan vacates Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and ceases all terrorist activities. He also noted that the Indus Water Treaty remains suspended until Pakistan makes credible efforts to stop terror activities from its soil. That's all for today. You are listening to the news with NDTV, your daily newspaper and TV bulletin, wrapped in a compact podcast. If you want to catch up with these events in a hurry, do remember to subscribe to the News with NDTV on Apple, Spotify, and the NDTV News app. This is your host Anviti, signing off.